Well, we have converted a couple of bunkers into residential buildings. This is a picture taken by American troops liberating Cologne in 1945, and you see people here waving the white flag. This is a civilian bunker. We usually convert those because just they're above ground. This map of Cologne shows, well, this is the highway where you might have been stuck at some point of time going on holidays. Shows how many bunkers there are in Cologne and that it is really important to do something with them. Most of those are not civilian bunkers, but the civilian bunkers take up most of the space. After the war, bunkers were mainly used as warehouses or as rooms for musicians to practice. Sometimes people even got married. This girl maybe married the boy from the next bunker. And well, some even pictured them. This is on top of this bunker. About the structures of bunkers. There are two types. This one is the type you want to reuse. The other one that I'm going to show is the one that you don't want to reuse. This whole roof that has 2 to 3 meters balances on the center wall, which you can't tear down. You can tear down pieces of the outward wall. This is the second type of the bunker. It doesn't have a free floor plan, but it has a lot of cells in there. There was no steel at the end of the wall. That's why they had to put a lot of walls in there. You can't use this bunker as a residential building because you won't get any light into it. And it's really hard to tear down anyway, so they just stand around because it's so expensive. Features of a bunker are explosion valves, so if a bomb is inside of this bunker, the air will actually have a chance to get out, so people won't get hurt. You have an air supply, which could also be turned manually. You have water, which is supplied from the outside and stored into big vaults underneath the bunker, so if there wasn't any fresh water, people could live there too. To convert a bunker, you have two options. One is to blow them up. Sounds like a lot of fun, but it isn't in residential areas, or could be at least dangerous. Or to saw them apart. I will show you later how that works. You can, as you can see, when you drill a hole into this thing, then you put dynamite into it, and then you move away very quickly. You do this a couple of times because you can't blow up a wall of 2 meters at once, but you have to do it in pieces. The last explosion then goes to the outside, which is a critical part. We once damaged a whole street with that, and well, people were very upset. The second way, that's how we do it today, is to drill, again, holes into it and then start sawing with a diamond chain. Your neighbors won't like that either because it takes up weeks and weeks and weeks and it sounds like wee. It's awful. Why would you reuse a bunker? This is a picture of a comic strip artist, a German one. This a very famous guy in German history that we all don't like, and it says Arschloch on the doorbell. Which isn't too pleasant, and so we ask ourselves many times, who would live in that bunker? Well, these are all positions we have, most of us at least, have one or the other, which we all value, which we all like, because they're rugged, they're all military as well, so I guess people don't use them because they're also fond of wars or anything, but because there's just advantages we like. Advantages of bunkers are the situation. They are mostly situated in the city, as you've seen, in the center. Then in some cities like Cologne, the cathedral seen back here, this is full of buildings right now. The buildings that can be seen here are 50s buildings. They're the only remains after the war, so a lot of those buildings are the only ones that remain. Second, it's a different way of building. In the sculpture of Alfaro, he has added elements in order to create the sculpture. What we do is much like a stonemason's work. We take the whole thing apart. Because you can't build it like a house by piling up one stone after another. Structural advantages is the thermal buffer. You don't have to put up the heating system until November because this 2-meter wall will store so much energy in it that you also won't have to cool it in the early summer. You have a free building platform on top, so you can put stuff on top as you wish, as long as the authorities let you. This is a bunker in Aachen. It has a 2-meter thick roof. which is not that much at all. Yeah, well, this was one of our first ones. Then you have a very exclusive surrounding sometimes. This bunker is situated in a park where you couldn't never build a building nor buy property. But it just stood there and was ugly and was misused by people that the city didn't like, so they sold the bunker, and it gives you a wonderful view. Those are floor plans of a bunker. You might ask yourself, like the people that we show those plans to, what exactly is that black stuff? It's just the walls of the bunker, and they are not in the square meter equation as well. We don't take money for that. This is an exterior picture of a bunker. This is from behind. Of course, you can't put stairs through this ceiling, so we have to put the stairs on the outside. Some do have stairs to the top, some don't. And then you have some nice features which are left, those dungeon doors on the outside, which we try to preserve as well. If you're afraid that bunkers might be a little well, dark on the inside, they're actually not, but every opening that you put into, you have to reuse. Like this door here actually becomes part of the living space as well. Well, the lower pictures were on top. This is again the bunker in Aachen that we converted in a student's home. This central space is for the community. You have to put glass doors inside in order to get light into the center space. We usually put the bathrooms in the central space just because it is important to put areas that are in need of light on the outside. Well, yeah. Thank you very much for listening.